Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwartner and welcome to Selling Path's Daily Report. Today we have the pleasure of meeting with Rick Blabolil. He is the president of Marketing Innovators. Welcome, Rick.
Thank you very much.
Rick, the last time we talked, we discussed people performance management, and you just told me a minute ago that there's a shift in leadership. Can you explain that?
Yes, I think that leaders are finding that leadership is a critical element in how people handle themselves and then how they handle their organizations.
Let's take a middle manager, okay?
Great.
Let's say this is the middle manager. So the middle manager is leading people,
Correct.
right? And
they're also allowing themselves to be led.
To be led.
Correct.
So this is the middle manager, those are his people, and this is their leader.
Correct. What's interesting is we need to inject a certain amount of incentives, not just in the money or some of the prizes and things that activities that they can do on a performance basis, but on their careers. We need to career path them to show them what they can do to stretch themselves, to come out of their comfort zones so that they can affect people both up and downstream, how they affect the people that they lead, how they are affecting or being affected by the people who follow them.
So in other words, if you create rewards and incentives that encourage growth and development, then it has an effect on the downstream group of people, and also it has an effect on the leader. Absolutely.
It's all intertwined, and too often we're focusing on people as independent selves, and we really need to see it as a continuum.
So what should VPs and CEOs do in order to incentivize an organization so that the entire organization grows and not just parts of it?
Sure. Many times I think it's how they approach making decisions, looking at risk, how do they come out of this comfort zone as we talked about a second ago. So what you want to find is ways that you can make mistakes, learn from them, and not be hit too hard in the consequence. So we want to encourage people to move out beyond what their normal core comfort zones are. And I think that's where the most rewards come for the company, as well as it really grows individuals, it grows people, and then it grows revenues.
Where should the focus be on the incentive in terms of incentivizing performance, or should the focus be on their growth and their behavior?
I think it's more on the behavior side, and it is one that talks about how you look at what it is you're comfortable in doing. And then each progressive area of a decision, talking to people, making phone calls, coaching people, answering a phone call as a customer, whatever your function is how do you move past some things that are easy into the areas that are more difficult. The further out you push that comfort zone, the more that you will take on and feel confident in doing, and that confidence and trust gets conveyed internally as well as externally, and I think that's where the success comes from.
So how do you quantify that?
Well, it is difficult, I think, and it's so personal and it's so individual. Mm-hmm. But I think what we have to do, and what's important in what we're seeing, is that one-to-one coaching, one-to-one approaches makes it more affordable, if you will, to say, look, what's in it for you? What's your career path? Let's look at the metrics. Certain positions certainly will have some metrics that you can assign, but I think this is a tailoring to the individual.
So Rick, what would be the process for implementing this?
I think it's actually taking a tactical approach by taking a piece of paper, if you will, and putting down the areas of strengths and weaknesses. Where is a person's comfort zone? It's a real opportunity for HR to make a play in many areas, both in sales and in non-sales areas, and demonstrate how they can get people to expand and become more powerful.
So Rick, what you're saying is that the supervisor needs to sit down with the middle manager and then write down the stretch goals they can commit to, and then you superimpose an incentive program.
Absolutely. It's 360, if you will, almost, looking both what you're affecting and who you're affecting, and in both directions.
Rick, help me understand. It sounds like this is a shift from incentivizing results to incentivizing behaviors.
Absolutely. You're looking at the behaviors of people and integrating those in a little bit different manner than simply what is the result and what is an external process.
It makes a lot of sense. For more information, go to marketinginnovators.com. Tune in tomorrow where Rick Blabolil shares a novel idea, which is the lifetime value of an employee and how you can influence it.